Welcome to our Washington State Property Tax Basics tutorial. Today we will give a brief overview of how the property tax system works in Washington State. A natural assumption that many taxpayers have is that if their assessed value decreases, so will their tax bill. In most circumstances, this may not be the case. Washington operates on a budget-based system of taxes, not a rate-based system. In this tutorial, we will help define this taxing system and show examples of how it operates. If you are a property owner, your property is taxed. The value of your property can impact the amount on your tax bill to some degree. Have you ever wondered where your money goes? In this example, we can see that property taxes are used to fund state and local schools, fire department and emergency medical services, county road maintenance, and so on. But how is the distribution of property taxes determined? Let's look at our next example. Welcome to Pleasantville, Washington. This small city is comprised of 4 identical properties that are each valued at $6,250. The total value for this district is $25,000. The wonderful city of Pleasantville is serviced by the Pleasantville Fire District. To serve the citizens of Pleasantville, the fire district needs to collect $100 annually to meet their district budget. How much does each taxpayer of Pleasantville need to pay in property taxes? If the fire district budget is $100 and there are 4 properties in Pleasantville, we can see a fair distribution of the property tax amount is $25 per taxpayer. But what if all the properties or values were not identical? What happens then? Let's say that House A had destroyed property as the result of a fire and their assessment was reduced. House B remained the same in their value, but House C applied and qualified for the Senior Citizen and Disabled Persons Exemption Program, and their property tax burden was reduced. House D decided to remodel, and this caused their value to increase. Determining the amount owing is a little harder now. We cannot just take $100 and divide it by 4. This is where a tax rate comes into the picture. With a budget-based system, the annual budget of the taxing district is a key component to figuring out the tax rate. Our formula for determining the tax rate is to take the annual taxing district's budget and divide it by the total assessed value of the taxing district. In our more real-world scenario of Pleasantville, we can see that the total assessed value is $20,000. So let's do the calculation. The fire district's budget is still $100, and the total assessed value is $20,000. This results in a tax rate of 0.005, or $5 per thousand of assessed value. Now let's see how this impacts the property tax amount billed for each taxpayer. Our formula for calculating property taxes is to take the assessed value, multiply it by the tax rate, and divide it by 1,000. Remember when each property was valued equally and each taxpayer's bill was $25? We can see here when the values change, specifically for destroyed property and a senior reduction in our example, the property tax burden shifts. House B's value did not change, however, their tax bill increased from $25 to $31.25. When the total assessed value of the district changes, whether increasing or decreasing, the tax rate will fluctuate accordingly so that the taxing district's budgets will be met. In this example, $100 is collected for the fire district. Now we have successfully established a tax or levy rate for the fire district that will help them meet their budget. Remember the pie chart at the beginning of the presentation? The assessor's office must go through this entire process for each taxing district. And the boundaries of the taxing districts can vary. A taxpayer might be in a city district and a port district, and their neighbor might not be. So total assessed values and tax rates must be calculated for each taxing district. Property tax calculation and assessment is a very large and complicated job, but a necessary one for our school systems, fire and emergency services, county road maintenance, libraries, and so on. We hope that this explanation of how the property tax system works in Washington State helps you to understand the work that goes into creating your property tax bill. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.